I'm going to show you how to use ink pens to draw tree bark in, under 2 minutes. I love using ink pens to draw trees, and tree bark is a huge part of this. The way I start is by drawing the outline of the tree trunk, and then I'm repeating the same shape multiple times, and that's a slow line down and a jagged diagonal line upwards. It looks a little bit like this if you drew it bigger. The key here is to vary the darkness of your line. You want to draw really, really lightly and jagged. You don't want straight lines, and you definitely don't want really, really thick lines at this point. You repeat this shape of different sizes and thicknesses all across the tree trunk. And this is going to give us a base of texture to work with. Then I add a layer of hatching, diagonal shading across one side of the tree. This kind of gives the illusion of three-dimensionality and makes the tree bark look like it's wrapping around the tree. I go over this first layer with shading on each individual shape that we've created, with that stroke down and the jagged shape upwards. This creates a sense of three-dimensionality, and by replicating this across the tree and keeping it darker on the right-hand side, we're giving the sense that the sun is shining from the left-hand side. It's at this point that I add some darker lines to kind of give the sense that the tree bark is a little knotted and gnarled and has some shape and texture. Replicating this over and over again and kind of gauging how much detail to add is kind of a learned skill and depends on, how close we are to the tree. It's the areas that you leave undetailed and unshaded that really give emphasis and add a layer of realism to this tree bark. It's such a fun texture to draw.